Great seeing my next guest back in action. It has been a while. February 20th, he's going to be taking on Rafael Alves. Of course, I'm talking about Mike Trizano back here on the program. Mike, how's it going, man?
Going great, man. How's everything with you?
Can't complain. Good to be talking to you and good to see you back. Like I said, I know it's been a bit. We spoke, I want to say last year. I know you were looking to get a fight back in there. What's been keeping you out of the cage for people who might not know?
I mean, there's a laundry list of stuff.
Okay,
like
so Cole's notes. So COVID, I'm sure, and I'm guessing in some injuries as well, too.
Yeah, I just had complication with my knee and had to get another minor surgery. So 2020 was a wash and for most people. And so now I'm finally healthy and I feel amazing and I'm ready to get back in there. I'm itching.
When was the ideal time for you to return? Was it now, or were you trying to get a fight before that? Like, when would you have liked to have had your next fight, I should say?
Last year.
Oh, really? Okay, so late last year, I'm guessing, or even like earlier than that?
Even earlier than that, but, you know, obviously everything happens for a reason. So I was just trying to get back in there and just one thing after the other, and now I'm here. So now I actually got one, and that's it. That's all that matters.
Exactly. Looking ahead. All right. Yeah, I was just curious about that. Is there any area you feel like you've improved? I know you're working on everything as a fighter. Is there something that maybe you feel like you're looking to showcase in this fight, or something that you feel like you've really worked on during this time off?
I've been working on everything, honestly. I think this long layoff has been a blessing in disguise. It's given me a good opportunity to just try new things and practice just the basics and just get better overall in my entire game. I've always been so active my entire career. I've never really had a lot of time off, and you know, going from training camp to training camp, it's tough to work on new stuff because you're game planning and working to fight a specific style. So it's been great, and I'm excited to just get in there and do my thing, man.
Just quickly, I know obviously your last fight didn't go your way, but does it make it a little bit easier knowing that Grant, you know, he hasn't lost since then? And I mean, it was a good fight for both of you. I think it was one of those weird fights where they kind of wanted to figure out who the better prospect was, so to speak. I mean, it was weird matchmaking, right? Because both you guys only had a couple fights. What did you learn the most from that you're bringing into this fight?
Don't fight injured.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
That's pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, he did a great job. You know, he won the fight. Is what it is. But you know, obviously hindsight's 2020. And you know, every fight you have is a learning experience, whether you win or lose. So, you know, I took it like a grain of salt, and just gonna move on, and that's it.
Awesome. What do you know about your opponent here, Rafael Alves? 19-9 record. How do you feel like you match up against him here?
I think I match up really well. I mean, I'm solid on the feet, solid on the ground. You know, he's very explosive, so I think it's gonna be a great fight, and I'm really excited for it.
Awesome. Training camp. How are things going at Tiger Schulman's? You know, I know you got a bunch of teammates fighting soon, so the morale must be pretty cool around there.
Oh yeah, I mean the gym's electric. You know, we're all just head down, training hard. You know, working on our fight game plans and just grinding, man. I mean, that's all we've been doing for the last year, just because of everything going on. There's really not much. There hasn't been much to do but train. So, you know, it's been fun, and it's always exciting having other guys competing and not being like the only one with a fight or the only one not with a fight, which is usually what it's been.
Yeah. So off the top of my head, Burgos has a fight. Julio Arce, Rivera's got a fight. I know that got moved, but it must be good. Like I said, you got everyone sort of training. Is there anyone I'm missing in that group? Because that's usually who you train with. And Luis Galdino as well. I know trains with him as well.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's been training, but as of now, it's just me, Shane, Julio, and Jimmy that are the ones with fights lined up as of now. Lyman's getting back into the groove and looking to return soon. So, it's been a lot of fun.
How about the weight cut? I know when you're off that long, it can be a little bit tougher to keep the weight off. Imagine everything's going A-okay as we're getting closer to fight time.
I mean, my weight's fine.
Yeah.
I literally have been training like I was going to fight for like months.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've been in great shape and just waiting for the opportunity, and I finally got it, and I'm already ready. You know, I was actually training like I was going to fight in January, and then they offered me this fight, and I was like, oh, well, extra time doesn't hurt. So
good stuff. Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
My boxing coach, Ray Velez, Shion Ron Shulman, and depending on what's going on, the third person, I'm not sure yet.
TBA, TBA, as they say.
TBA.
That makes sense. How's this fight playing out? I know you're going to do whatever it takes to get the win. No one likes to have 2 losses. But how do you envision the fight playing out?
I think he's going to stand up with me. I mean, he's very explosive. He likes to throw lots of kicks and stuff like that. So, I mean, in my opinion, I hope it stays standing. I've been waiting for a banger, and I want to go in there and just fight, man. I'm so tired of sitting on the sidelines and watching all the fights. I want to be in there.
A win here. I mean, you've got a great record. You've had some good wins in the UFC already. I imagine that's got to put you back in the conversation, to sort of on that track of, getting to be a contender here, because that's where you were headed, it seemed, before this last fight.
Yeah, I mean, I was super active. Obviously, I was getting there, and life throws some curveballs at you. So I just got to get my name back in the mix. That's pretty much it. I got to go out there. I got to win. I got to make a statement and build off of it.
Absolutely. No, I agree with that. And I imagine you want to fight as much as you can this year just to make up for lost time, because it has been a bit, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, my goal is to try and fight like 4 times this year.
Yeah. Get on that Donald Cerrone schedule or Kevin Holland schedule last year, right? He fought 5 times. That was crazy.
If it's possible, I'm going to do it. Got to make up for the lost time.
I know you're a baseball fan. I was trying to remember, Mets or Yankees? I was trying to remember.
Yankees.
So what are you thinking of the offseason? Because I know they're doing some signings right now. There's some trades. The Mets just loaded up. How are you feeling about everything?
I'm like indifferent. I mean, they need to pay LeMahieu.
Yeah.
Okay. That's like the number one. I mean, I don't know how Yankees they're always the ones that have the most money out of all the other teams. Like, you got the money. Dude's the best hitter in baseball. We got to keep him. I mean, you can't get rid of him. And, I'm excited. I mean, I don't see a reason why we're not a World Series favorite this year. I mean, we back-to-back ALCSs, so we got to win.
Yeah, so. When you got a guy like James Paxton on the helm, who's from my town over, you got to get a Canadian on there. That's a good luck charm, right?
Oh, sure.
I know we had this conversation last time, but it's so funny because my dad's like my dad's like a casual baseball fan, but like he keeps track of the Yankees because of Paxton, and it's so funny just because Paxton lives close to us. Like he grew up in Ladner, which is like the town over from us. So I thought that was kind of funny. My dad's like all into it. So
no, that's cool that you like.
He's got a signed Paxton jersey in his living room because he's an electrician, so he knows a lot of people here, and he's like, I guess he like somehow had a connection and got it, so he always talks about it. So figured you'd like that as a fellow Yankee fan. So
yeah, hell yeah.
And speaking of Canadian, you got kind of that Canadian like kind of the mullet kind of haircut going, and I noticed Burgos is the same way. Is this a Tiger Schulman's thing you guys are doing? Is Jimmy Rivera going to be the next one? What's going on with the flow?
Oh, this has just been my like quarantine hair. I was like, you know what? Everything shut down. I was like, screw it. I'm gonna grow a mullet.
Yeah, I think it looks cool. Tanner Bozer, Ricky Simone. There's been plenty of fighters who have sort of rocked that there. What does the soon-to-be wife think about it, though? That's the real deciding factor.
Well, right now I got about 6 months to convince her to let me keep it for the wedding. So I got 6 months left with it, at least.
And then you're going clean cut for the wedding?
Yeah, most likely.
Okay. Have you guys picked a date yet? Because you didn't get to get married last year, right? Because of COVID and all that.
Yeah, we were supposed to get married last July. We were able to move it to this July. So
good stuff. Awesome. Yeah. In New York, I guess, or where are you guys getting married?
In Jersey.
Jersey, nice. Good stuff. Well, yeah, you're from Jersey. What am I talking about? It just threw me off when you said Yankees, so that's what kind of reminded me of that.
I'm close to New York.
Exactly, yeah, close enough. Yeah, no, I always forget that. Mike, thanks so much for doing this, man. It's great to see you back in action. UFC Fight Night, February 20th. Anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media, I'll give you the last word.
I just want to thank my family, my friends, and my team for just supporting me and having my back on my recovery and just my journey back to being able to fight again. So without the support system, it would have been a lot more difficult.